Hi, good evening. It's Mindset Monday. Do you have fun at work? Many of us work in very high stress environments, and definitely these days. And we need to find ways to inject fun into our workplaces more than ever. And there are right ways and wrong ways to do it. And I'll tell you more about why I wanted to have this conversation today and why it came about. But so today during Mindset Monday, we're going to explore ways that you can have fun and bring joy to work. Welcome to Connect Your Dots. These are brief, candid insights on healthcare and pharmacy to help us bring joy for our connectors and our pharmovators out there. I'm your host, Kimber Boothe, and I'm a strategic pharmacy coach and consultant, and I help pharmacists strategically advocate for roles and resources to advance practice and have joyful, engaging careers. So, why did this come up? Hopefully, many of us did just finish celebrating Pharmacy Week, Pharmacy Month. Basically, October is all about pharmacists, pharmacy technicians, and I'm sure that hopefully you were able to infuse some fun into your workplaces. Again, I know there's a ton of stress happening out right there right now. Why don't we talk about how we can have fun? Something that I saw the other day, interestingly, so I do probably watch the news way too much. I've tried to set limits on how much I watch the news because I know it can bring you down. But interestingly, like on the CNN app, they do have sprinkled in like fun videos, like of celebrities and like other fun stuff. Not necessarily like cat videos, but fun stuff. And I came across this video that had Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey, so two, movie stars, and they were doing something called they looked at Google, the autocomplete feature of Google, where they looked up their names and saw what it ended with. So you type in a word and then it gives you some suggestions. So anyways, I thought it'd be fun to look up pharmacists and see what comes up. So this may not be as funny as looking up Idris Elba, who of course, that comes up, talks about height, weight, wife, kids, shirtless pictures. Like there's all sorts of things that come up when you're looking at celebrities. But for pharmacists, I wanted to share that the top things that come up are salary, Pharmacist Mutual, which of course is a company, Pharmacist Month, which I'm not surprised, especially where that is, pharmacist jobs, schooling, patient care process, and definition. So again, nothing as fun as Matthew McConaughey and Idris Elba's examples, but I thought it was interesting, to see that when you look up pharmacists, I really liked, of course, seeing the patient care process. I'm glad that's in like the top 10 suggestions that come up when you look it up in Google. And I do hope that people are looking up the role of the pharmacist. And I do think it's a great career. It's been a great career for me. And many of you who know, my goal is, of course, increase the demand for pharmacists. But that's for another session. So let's talk about having some fun. So I looked that up. And again, some of my consulting clients that I'm working with, I've been able to see how they're celebrating within their health systems. And so I decided to look up some ways to celebrate in the work environment. So number one is potentially comedy and jokes. And this can be great. Obviously, I think I've always been a little leery of comedy because it can go and people can take jokes differently. So I do think you kind of have to like screen the jokes or kind of make sure they leave some of those more sensitive areas to the side. Some organizations have done talent shows. So especially like now, even in a virtual environment, these are things that you can still do, but just, use Zoom and see people do some fun and interesting things at their personal talents. I've seen poems or songs like adapted for, rewording and writing new words for the department. Excuse me. I've definitely participated in something which was a mystery desk or office contest where you take pictures of somebody's desk and you get to guess whose desk it is. I've done that both working in a physical environment like a hospital and health system. I also did it when I managed a field-based team across the country. So I've done it where people were taking pictures of their home offices and you had to guess whose office it was. So that was a fun challenge. So it could work either way, whether you're taking pictures of people's home offices or even their offices, because you get to know people's styles and how much they're practicing lean practices. Show and tell definitely comes up, and of course, my kids just had like show and tell for school, and they tend to bring in stuffed animals or games or their favorite book and things like that. But this can work with us adults too. Some of what we can do to have fun is look and follow what our kids are doing. So this can be great these days, with Zoom, bringing or showing your loved ones. The only thing I would caution here is that, if only some of your team is working from home and others are not, it might be better to actually focus on using pictures rather than actual, just because the people who are working on site would not necessarily be able to show their dog in person or something physical. So just keep that in mind. Another topic that has come up, especially in this virtual world that we're in, where many people are working off-site to keep the social distancing, is where do we do those water cooler talks that don't really happen anymore because we are virtual and we just don't run into each other. I do try to, instead of just instant messaging somebody, try to pick up the phone when I can to talk. But I've been noticing, like at the beginning of Zoom meetings, while people are logging on, because it takes a little while to connect, having some little side talk then is good. Not like talk about the weather, but like, talk about some stuff that, you would be doing if you're walking into a meeting. You can do that, definitely just when the host joins or like when enough people are there. You kind of have to transition, of course, to business, but I have found good times doing that. And then the last suggestion is to schedule virtual happy hour or coffee chats. There's a balance there because I think some people, like when their workday is done, they do want to be done and over. But, finding time where you actually can sit back with a coffee or a glass of wine, but, chatting and having fun, since you may not be able to go to that local bar or restaurant these days. So what ideas have you tried? I definitely would love to hear, how you've tried to infuse fun. To me, the reason I want to talk about this related to mindset is, it is critical, when we talk about the importance of having a positive mindset, a fun mindset is important, that we bring that energy back to our stressful days. So what new idea can you share with everyone in this group? Please share it in the comments. I would love to know. Join me on future Connector Dots and access the full Connector Dots video library at kimberbooth.com /connector dots, /dots. So I will leave you with be bold, be a connector, advance healthcare and pharmacy practice. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.